The night was quiet, the kind of stillness that comes just before a storm. A lone woman in her early 30s pulled into an old gas station on the edge of town. The flickering neon light barely illuminated her car, and the distant sound of crickets filled the air. She wore a simple black hoodie and jeans, nothing about her looked out of the ordinary. But behind those calm eyes lay secrets no one would ever imagine. Her name was Emily Carter. She was tired after a long day of surveillance work. For the past 6 months, Emily had been undercover in one of the most dangerous cases the FBI had ever handled, a human trafficking ring that had roots deep in the city's underground. Tonight, she was just supposed to refuel, grab a coffee, and head home. But fate had something else in mind. As she stepped out of her car, 3 men in their mid-20s lounged near the gas station entrance. They were loud, arrogant, and clearly looking for trouble. The moment they spotted Emily, their smirks widened. She could feel their eyes following her every move, like predators circling their prey. "Hey sweetheart," one of them called out, his voice dripping with mockery. "You lost or something? This ain't exactly a place for pretty girls like you at this hour." Emily ignored them, swiping her card and starting to pump her gas. She'd dealt with worse before. But their laughter grew louder, more taunting. One of them kicked a bottle across the ground, letting it shatter near her feet. She flinched slightly but stayed calm. "Come on, don't be shy," another said, stepping closer. "We're just being friendly." The gas station clerk peeked through the window but didn't come out. He looked scared, probably knew these guys. Emily could feel the situation escalating. Her FBI instincts screamed to defuse it quietly. But when one of them reached out and grabbed her wrist, everything changed. Her eyes snapped up, ice-cold and focused. "Let go," she said calmly. He laughed, tightening his grip. "Or what?" In less than a second, Emily twisted her arm, flipping his wrist so sharply he cried out in pain. She shoved him back with controlled force, sending him stumbling against the gas pump. The others froze, startled by how quickly things had turned. "You made a mistake," Emily said, her voice low but steady. They exchanged nervous glances but tried to laugh it off. "Oh yeah. You think you're tough? Who are you supposed to be, a cop or something?" Emily reached slowly into her jacket, pulling out a small black wallet. She flipped it open, revealing a golden badge. "FBI," she said, locking eyes with them. "And you just assaulted a federal agent." For a moment, the world seemed to stop. The men's faces drained of color. The one she'd thrown back stammered, "Wait, we didn't know." Emily cut him off sharply. "That's the problem. You never think about who people are or what they're going through. You see someone alone and weak, and you think that gives you power." Her words hit hard. Even the gas station clerk stepped out now, staring in disbelief. Emily called it in through her earpiece, her calm professionalism returning. Within minutes, 2 patrol cars arrived. The bullies were handcuffed and read their rights, their bravado completely gone. As they were being taken away, one of them turned back, his voice trembling. "Why didn't you just arrest us from the start?" Emily looked at him, her expression unreadable. "Because I wanted you to understand what fear feels like, the same fear you cause others." When the cars drove off, the clerk approached her, his voice soft. "Thank you, ma'am. They've been harassing people here for months. Nobody dared stand up to them." Emily smiled faintly. Sometimes standing up doesn't take strength, it takes patience and timing. She got back into her car, started the engine, and drove off into the night. The moonlight glimmered on her windshield as she took a deep breath, her thoughts returning to the bigger mission ahead. As she drove, she thought about the countless people who never get to fight back, women, men, and children who face injustice every day without the power to stop it. She knew her job wasn't just about catching criminals. It was about showing that courage can exist quietly in the face of cruelty. By the time she reached the freeway, her phone buzzed. It was her supervisor, Agent Morales. "Heard you had an eventful night," he said. Emily chuckled softly. "Just a reminder that evil wears many faces, sir. Even ones that look harmless." Morales paused before replying, "You did good, Carter. The world needs more people like you." As the city lights faded in her rearview mirror, Emily smiled faintly. "No, sir," she whispered to herself. "The world needs more people who refuse to stay silent." The road stretched endlessly ahead, but she didn't mind. Her mission was far from over. Somewhere out there, justice still needed her, and Emily Carter was always ready to answer that call. Moral: never underestimate anyone. You never know the battles they've fought, the strength they carry, or the truth behind their calm eyes. Courage doesn't always roar, sometimes it stands quietly and simply says, "Not today."